What's good, Washington fans? Huge win last night. It was ugly, but we got it done. I got to hit the Ron Rivera. Let's effing go. Ron Rivera style. 5 and 6, 7 seed right now. Oh, hey, NFC East, man. We'll see what happens. But I got my guys with me, man. I got Kenny Man DMV. Make sure you guys subscribe to his channel. He does basketball content. Make sure you subscribe to On the Warpath. He does Washington football content. OG, he's the OG. You already know what he does on the gram. He's got all the memes for you, whatever you want. Oscar Josue Montel, make sure you guys sub him up. He does Washington football content. He does soccer content. Make sure you guys sub him up. All their links are down below. So we're going to get a pop. I'm going to shout out some people in the chat real quick. Shadow Striker 789 was good. Ed Cienfuegos was good. Chris Carter, he's a channel member as well. Shout out to him. Assam Moore, what's going on? Dev Tate 301, what's up, man? Abel Ambrosio, that's my guy. What's up, man? Fight for ODC. It says if the Cowboys lose to the Saints, we control our own destiny. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what Taysom Hill can do. Chris Carter, what's up, man? David Kim says Raiders. Patrick West, what's good, people? HTT WFT. So let's get it started. I'll start off with Warpath. What's 3 game takeaways that you had from the game last night, and who was your studs and duds from the game?
Well, I called this 2 weeks. I called this at the beginning of the bye week. During the bye week, I said the most Washington thing to do for fickle fans like Dan Snyder's number 2 guy over here is to wish they'd lose out and look at quarterbacks and everything. I said the most Washington thing. I said in our group too. The most Washington thing to do is to win 3 to 4 games down the stretch, and they've already outkicked my coverage in the first 3 weeks. Undefeated November. They play good ball. They focus on running the ball. And I think your key contributor there has to be Antonio Gibson, because anytime he gets knocked down, he gets back up and swings even harder. He learned from his benching against Medea and the Panthers last week, and he went out here and ran the ball 29 times, $111. This guy, he's a stud, and he carries the ball like a wide receiver, but he runs like a running back for the most part. You got to give credit to Maga Jack as well in this defense. They've tightened up since that Kansas City game, and they played really well. They held Russ and them last night to 6-3 and outs. That's Russell Wilson. I don't care what it is. The man's averaging 10 wins a season since he's been in the league. But dude, I think you got to give it up to Scott Turner. You got to give it up to Antonio Gibson, and then Taylor Heineke, man. He's playing efficient ball. So I think these guys, those are my studs. My duds is probably Bay's favorite player, and that's got to be Chris Blewett. Thank God he's gone. And Landon Collins. You know, I still think Landon Collins is still bamming about not being happy at playing the role that he's playing. Like, shut up. Do you want to win, or do you want to be right? That's the thing. I want to win. If you don't want to win, get the hell up out of here.
Well, yeah, I mean, Chris Blewett shouldn't be in the NFL. We all agree on that, but he should be in the XFL. But no, Landon's balling, man. That punch out, that was a huge play, man. They were marching down the field. I know he can be a little of a crybaby on Instagram and whatnot, but he's balling, man. He's balled in, man. Even Maga Jack has gotten better. You know, we'll get to Scott Turner a little bit later too. You know, he's got a little bit better too. But yeah, I'm with you on the studs for sure. Shout out to Carl Chavis for becoming a channel member. Shout out to him. Appreciate you, man. Kenny, how did you feel about the game last night, man? Studs and duds. 3 game takeaways. How did you feel about last night?
I mean, so let's do the studs first. The defense is just, been playing lights out. It's just a bunch of guys I never really heard of that's stepping up, that's just doing well. They playing better than our actual big time players that's hurt right now. I like what Landon Collins is doing right now. I'm watching him, even the plays where he's not getting a tackle, he's disrupting the run. Like, he's dissecting the run and being like the first guy to like seal a hole up, to make people like Jamin Davis get a tackle, or to make the D-line collapse on the pocket. I don't know. Is it Jack Del Rio we really need to give credit to? Because the whole defense as a whole, especially that D-line, playing well. I like the play calling on the defense. I like the time where Del Rio sent Cameron Curl and Landon Collins. I don't know if that's the A gap. You know, I don't know that if that's correct or not, but he sent one on one side and the other, and Collins collapsed the pocket, and Curl got the sack. So those guys right there, the whole defense as a whole, I'm just, we might go far with them. Man, I know it's only been 3 games, but just look at the people that we played against. Brady, Wilson, and who else did we beat?
Just your boy Cam Newton.
Newton. And he washed up. That's a dub right there. That's one of the dubs. Wow, he washed up. So I would say the duds though, honestly, just us getting injured. It ain't really people playing bad. It's like we just keep on getting injured, like the injury bug. I mean, we getting the injury bug. Everybody else is just playing well. The defense, like I said, you know what I mean? That's about it, man. The defense, man. I'm just happy about them.
Yeah, the injuries are killing us, man. I think JD's okay. Landon got hurt. I think he's fine. He was doing an interview after the game. Sly guy, he's out for 3 weeks. We signed a kicker. I can't remember his name. If anybody remembers his name, I can't remember his name.
I think it's Brian Johnson.
Yeah, Brian Johnson. Yeah, he went to Virginia Tech. I heard about that. So he's a local guy. We got another local guy in the house, but it matters if he can make kicks. I know in his career he's 5 for 8 on PATs. He hasn't missed a field goal yet. So I mean, nobody can be worse than Blewett. But we need a Sly guy. Sly guy was doing his thing before he got hurt. Oscar, how did you feel about the game last night?
Oh, I was actually calm for like the first 58 minutes of the game, and then when that 4th and goal failed, I was like, oh no, here we go again. And I actually was nervous. Like, are we seriously about to lose? Because well, Russell Wilson is still Russell Wilson. Doesn't matter if he's hurt or not. You can't sleep on him. So I was actually fine, but those final 2 minutes actually got me a tad bit nervous, and it shouldn't have come to that. 3 studs and duds for me. I'm gonna give it to DeAndre Carter. He's been clutch. With big clutch catches on 3rd downs, on like 3rd and 4, 3rd and 5. He's been reliable. So and that's what we need. We needed a guy like that to come in. When Curtis Samuel has been out, we're down Logan Thomas. We were down Logan Thomas as well. So DeAndre Carter is a guy that stood out. Shaka Toney, he's actually fit in nicely, filling in for Montez Sweat and Chase Young. I think he's he got 1.5 sacks in the 3 games that he stepped in. So, that's a guy that is impressed for me. Duds, and you all may disagree with this, is Bobby McCain. Dropping interceptions is inexcusable. Dropping interceptions is inexcusable. So, those are the only studs and duds that I could think of off of the top of my head right now. So,
no, you hit it spot on. I mean, Tyler Lockett, the one big play we gave up, Bobby McCain was involved with that play. It was him and William Jackson. We don't. I mean, people know who was at fault. You could blame William, you could blame Bobby McCain for that play, but that was probably the worst chaser ever too. He was terrible. That was awful. The one play that he did play almost lost us a game on that one. So that was a good call. DeAndre Carter's been a beast, especially with Curtis Samuel being out, like you said. I mean, he stepped up and done everything that we thought Curtis Samuel was supposed to be doing for us too. So that's a good call on that one. How about you, OG?
Hey man, I want to start with my 3 duds, man. It was Ron Rivera, Scott Turner, and Jack Del Rio. Ron Rivera constantly keeps preaching since the day one. Oh man, 3 to 5 years about culture. The culture got messed up when Snyder bought the team and when we started losing. When you lose, the culture get messed up. Stop preaching about 3 to 5 years to coach and get busy on winning. Then to his boys, what is it, Nature Boy or whatever they call him, Jack Del Rio. There's holes all in his defense. He has the wrong personnel out there for the majority of the season, getting tired of him and all his stupid ass play calling. At some point, a broke clock gonna be right twice. Then you got Elroy Jetson, Scott Turner. This dude is retarded. When I'm telling you he's retarded, You see Antonio Gibson do not hit the hole hard enough. McKissick hits that hole like he's coming up out of a double barrel gun. He blasts through there. You keep running these stupid run plays on 3rd and 2, 3rd and 1, and we're not getting nothing done. Him and that play calling is about to get this team on a serious chokehold. Now going to my 3 favorite people, my 3 studs. I got to give it a shout out to this fan base because you all once again showed up and showed out in that messed up stadium that's falling apart, water and piss coming out down through the pipe. Again, you all keep doing it and you have every reason to not show up. Then I give it to my man, Jonathan Allen, a cold-blooded gangster. Call it what you want to call it. Erndon is the man, but he ain't the man this year. It is my man, Jonathan, number 93, Allen. And then how can I ever forget this dude? He is the reason why this offense is clicking. His name is Terry. Do you hear me? Terry, Optimus Prime. You hear me? That dude is nothing but a cold-blooded gangster. If we don't get him a wide receiver, a quarterback, it's going to be over with.
You might have him. You might have him.
I like our quarterback.
Yeah, he all right.
Look, I'm not talking about Lil Shorty. He's nice. He's a backup at best. I love Taylor, but he's not the future. At 28 years old, I like him. I'm not even going to say anything about him. I like what he's doing. I love his heart. I love his tenacity. I love everything about him. But he's not the future. We need somebody that's going to take us over the threshold because I'm trying to get married to that trophy again. A lot of these fans out here that are 30 years and younger have yet to see what it looks like on Pennsylvania Avenue. And when I tell you, whoa, man, that thing is electrifying. I'm going to go ahead and get myself calmed down because I'm not getting hyped off of this 3-game win streak. I'm not. I'm going to remain calm, and I'm going to stay focused, and I'm going to stay on cue. Peace. Thank you.
No. Yeah, keep you in hype. We're gonna get to Taylor. We're gonna get to Taylor next. You know, I know a lot of people have opinions on him. Some people love him, some people hate him. We'll get to him next. But I'm with you on Scott Turner. Scott was a stud and a dud at the same time. If you're capable of being one, because the run game was good, but the third downs were terrible. It was predictable. Everybody knew it was coming. You know, some people say, "Oh, we need Peyton Barber." We do play against him this week coming up, you know, but it could be Jaden McKissick running hard. But I just think the play calls were terrible on third down. We were 3 or 4 third downs in a row where we got stopped on 3rd and 1, 3rd and 2. We were in the same exact play to the same side. Scott Turner was terrible on that, but he did call some good plays with the screen passes to Jaden McKissick. Some of the plays to Terry McLaurin, I thought they missed a pass interference on Terry McLaurin. I thought Jaden McKissick was a stud. John Allen, like you said, Antonio Gibson was balling. Kendall Fuller, he deserves a game ball too. Getting that interception. And DK Metcalf, guess what? DK Metcalf had 1 catch for 13 yards. People say he's just as good as Terry McLaurin, or even better. And we already you can put that to bed after that game. DK Metcalf is not even close to Terry McLaurin, in my opinion. But yeah, studs for me, like I said, Antonio Taylor Heineke was a stud for me too. I thought he had a good game, except for the terrible interception. A lot of guys were getting to him. I thought Leno and what's his name, the other tackle, Leno. What the freak is his name? It escaped my mind. Cornelius Lucas. I thought, yeah. In the first half, the Seahawks, they were getting to Taylor, but Taylor was able to duck his head and make something happen, make something shake like he always does. And then in the second half, the offensive line was a lot better in pass pro. But I got to give Taylor a game ball and DeAndre Carter a game ball too. And Jack was okay for the most part. He was okay for the most part. Landon Collins gets a game ball too for having that punch out. But let's get to the comments real quick. Big boy, diehard fan Walker, what's going on, man? He's a channel member. Santiago, what's up, man? B9 Izzo, that's my guy. What's up, man? He's always checking in. Sam Moore, what's up, man? Flint Simmons, he says, what do y'all think about Russell Wilson? Yeah, nah, I'm past. What do y'all think about Russell Wilson? Nah, I'll pass on that.
1-2 step those goodies.
Yeah, we gave him that birthday out. But let's get to Taylor Heineke real quick here. So I want you guys to give me a grade on Taylor Heineke's performance so far this year and in the game last night. And then also, do you feel like, would you be comfortable with him being the day one starter next year? And what do you see? Do you think the Washington football team, I know it's early, we still got a long way to go, but do you think if it's possible for if we do make a playoff push, would you let him start next year, or would you try to find somebody else? Just what's your feelings on Taylor Heineke so far? Do you think there's a possibility where he could be a franchise guy? He is on a small contract. He's going to be on a small contract next year, a very affordable contract next season, most likely too. So, Warpath, I'll let you go first again.
Yeah, man, I've got some mixed emotions about Taylor. I thought that
What?
he was just this flash in the pan for the longest time, and the word that comes, two words come to my mind when I think of Taylor Heineke: moxie and efficient. That's what he not like. He does good things. He can do really good things. He can do really bad things. There's not really a medium there. He's either very spectacular or it's just very off-brand, right? I think that the guy has finally they took a look in the mirror on the bye week and they've put together a game plan that works and suits for him. That's why they've won 3 games in a row, right? I think that if you look at it, if he does 37 or more passes in a game, Washington's only won once, and I think they're like 1-5 this season with that. And then if you look at it as well, they played well in the conference too, with him as the starting quarterback. They're 5-2 in the NFC. Those other losses, they came to the AFC. The AFC West and the Buffalo Bills. Those are pretty damn good teams, kids. So, and to answer your other point, Ed, your other question, I don't have a problem with him being the day one starter if everything pans out the way we think it does, because none of these quarterbacks in college are worth, I think, a high first-round pick. Let him start day one, draft a kid in the 2nd or 3rd round, let him sit behind Taylor, and all us fans shut the hell up and let it develop. That's the problem with this fan base right now. We've been losing for 20 years.
No, 20 plus.
We've been losing for 20 plus years. It can drink now. We've been losing, right? What's 2 more years of waiting and seeing how this is going to develop? It's going to kill us. It ain't going to kill us. We can wait. We can wait. Get it right. We try to rush shit all the time. 2000, remember Dan Snyder? Everybody's like, sign that blank check, sign that blank check. Oh, we got to develop our own talent. Now we're kind of somewhere in the happy medium. Let it work out, man. They're almost matching the win total. They're 2 games away from matching win total from last year. So start with Heine, man. Just build around him, because the future is right now. It always is, unless you're the Jets or the Texans.
Oh yeah. I'm with you. I mean, Taylor, like Kenny said, he's beaten Tom Brady. He outplayed Russell Wilson. He outplayed Cam Newton. He's been playing his butt off. And like I said, you got to look at it from a contractual standpoint. You can build a team around him because he's going to be on a minimum contract most likely next year. You don't have to pay a guy. And you look at the free agents. Do we want to bring in another Ryan Fitzpatrick type guy on a free agent contract for $10 million and he barely plays? The free agent quarterbacks that are available, Mitchell Trubisky, if they bring in Trubisky over Taylor Heineke, we're going to win 5 games next year. If they bring in Marcus Mariota, we might win 7. So the free agent guys, and who are you really going to trade for? You know, Russell Wilson. Why would I trade for Russell Wilson when Taylor Heineke just outplayed Russell Wilson? Why would Aaron Rodgers not coming here? The biggest hope really is Deshaun Watson, and you gotta wait for the legality stuff to really shake out. And none of these rookie quarterbacks are going to come in and really outplay Taylor Heineke. Taylor Heineke, in my opinion, he's really still only had 12 or 13 starts. And the only rookie that's played better than him, you can argue, probably is Mac Jones. You know, he's played better than Trevor Lawrence. He's played better than Zach Wilson, miles ahead of Zach Wilson. But Kenny, yeah, I'm gonna let you go. But thank you, Matthew. Shout out to my aunt. Thank you, Matthew, for the donation. He said just found you recently, Ed, and liked your stuff a lot. We draft someone in the 2nd round at $2 million, just like Warpath said. Taylor starts ? Masters in math. Let his brain. That is true. He is a master's major. But yeah, Kenny, you can go ahead, man.
Taylor Heineke, man. Part of my language, that white boy can play. Okay, he could play. And at first, when I was looking at it, I was like, nah, we just need to appreciate what he's doing right now. You rarely see this right here. The brother, you know what I mean? I'm calling him a brother. Bro, he played like a brother. He got wheels like a brother. Escape ability is there, bro. He remind me of like he grew up in PG County, see Pleasant, somewhat like how he played, bro. Like what he's doing right now is amazing. It ain't no fluke. I don't think it's no fluke. The backyard style of play, that's what we need here. We need somebody to be like, oh, we got to get the hell up out of here. We got to do something. We need that. We don't need a statue. We need a Steve Young type player, Russell or Wilson type player here. That's what we need here. That's what we need here. We need that off schedule. Somebody that can scramble. He was making good throws too. He might not have the most strongest arm, but what he's doing, the side arms, I'm watching all of this.
Mm-hmm.
The brother got some, like, I'm watching him. I'm like, did he just sidearm that? That's like baseball throw. He's doing all of that, bro. He's taking off, bro. Like, what more do you want to see? And I bet you he's going to do that read option when it's time for it in the playoffs, because he could do it right now. I was rewinding and watching the game. I said he could have took off right here. If he just would have kept it, he handed it off to Gibson. But that was like 15 to 20 yards if he just would have kept it. It's a reason why he probably not taking off. He probably trying to protect himself, like they were saying earlier, and he's gonna bust that out later on. The boy could play. Bay, he could play, bro. I'm not lying. I wanted Cam Newton, but now I'm looking at him. I said this boy can play. We got to keep him. We got to give him a little bit more money, because we getting him at a bargain right now. We getting him food stamps right now, bro. He got an independent. You got the orange card and the blue card. You know what I mean? You got to give that brother some money right now. Like, he could play.
Yes,
so,
sir.
Yeah, I would going forward, he's done enough for me. You know what I mean? I doubt he's thinking it up, because I like how he throw an interception and come right back and throw the ball again like it didn't happen. That right there.
Mm-hmm.
Remember when Kurt was throwing them interceptions? His ass was like this on the sideline.
Well,
remember?
Huh.
Not this brother.
You better preach, Kenny.
Not this brother.
Preach, Kenny.
Like, okay, I threw a pick, and it wasn't his fault. I think he got tipped up in the air or something. It wasn't his fault. He came right back down like it didn't happen. Yeah, take that.
Woo. Come on, preach, Kenny.
I agree 100% with you said. I do think the pick was his fault, but he did come back. He did bounce back. The laser he threw against the Panthers, the way he's been balling, and people wanted this man benched for Kyle Allen. Now, he was playing like trash at one point, but at the time I was like, there's no point of playing Kyle Allen. We've seen what he's done. He's already got Ron Rivera fired, takes a lot of sacks. There's no point of playing Kyle Allen. And Taylor Heinicke's gotten better each game. You gotta look at him almost like a rookie in my opinion. Even though he's been in the league as a backup, XFL, whatever, he hasn't gotten started. Somebody else said it too. I forgot who said you gotta look at him kind of as a rookie. But Oscar, I'm gonna let you go ahead.
So what was the question again? Is I had to duck out for like 5 minutes.
Oh yeah. Taylor Heinicke. If you had the greatest performance so far through the first 9 games or however many games, 11 games of the year we played, if you want to grade his performance, greatest performance last night, do you think he could? Would you be comfortable with him being the day one star? It's a lot of questions in one question, but do you feel like he could be the day one? Would you feel comfortable as Taylor as the day one starter in 2022? Or would you have Taylor as a starter and draft a guy and let him sit as a backup? Or would you try to trade for a big name like a Deshaun Watson or Aaron Rodgers or something like that?
Okay, so Taylor Heinicke, I'm gonna give him a C for right now. Just because the first 8 games, Washington was 2-6 for that reason. So, he has improved. He started to play smart. In late October and throughout November. So that's showing that he's progressed. But I'm gonna give him a C. As for the future, that's a tough question. I wouldn't bring any of these other, the veterans in, aside from Deshaun Watson, and that's a huge if he can get, his legal stuff sorted out. But aside from that, I wouldn't bring anyone else in, just for the sole purpose of, we brought in Ryan Fitzpatrick, and we thought that, he was going to be able to guide Washington. And what happens? He gets hurt within the first 8 minutes of the season. So that's the reason why I wouldn't bring him in, bring anyone else in. drafting a quarterback, that's a tough call. Just because like I said, I gave Taylor Heineke a C, but again, he's maturing, and he is technically, even though he has been in the league for 5 years now, he's called himself a rookie because he's been in and out of the game. So I'm just gonna leave that question unanswered, just because I'm not really sure how I feel about bringing in a rookie, because you'll have to start from scratch again, because you have to bring in those rookies to get to know the playbook, and Taylor Heineke knows the playbook a little bit more. So that's how I feel about that.
Yeah, it's to be determined. We got a lot of ball left, and honestly, I like this part of the schedule. I think it's the easiest part of the schedule. We already played the Chiefs. We already played the Bucks. We already played the Chargers. We played a lot of teams that are over 500. We're going to play the Giants. We're about to play the Eagles twice. So the schedule is going to get even easier, in my opinion. People are like, NFCs. It's the NFCs. It's going to be tough. But this is the easier part for Taylor Heineke. He's going to be playing some lesser defenses. Saw what happened to the Cowboys defense last week. They got cut up by Derek Carr. The Eagles defense is being getting cut up. So it's still gonna be a tough test for Taylor, but this is gonna be gut check these last couple games. I think we already got through the toughest part of the schedule, in my opinion. But OG, how do you feel about Taylor Heineke?
Man, I want to first give a shout out to your aunt, man, because you cats don't know it. You don't know no better. Y'all ain't seen, the parties and stuff like that. So, auntie, you know how we do it. We was lit back in the 80s. We gotta get these young cats up to date. Nah, but man, Taylor Heineke, man, I'm gonna give him a B. And like Oscar, man, like the first 8 games, I don't put it all on him, because we got that dude that's calling the plays, and then we got Ron preaching culture. So, it's kind of like hard to evaluate him with these dudes doing stuff that don't have anything but winning on the field. We talking about culture, then we had a dude that was in it before them. We winning off the field. Ain't nobody trying to hear all that. Let's get this stuff winning on the field. So I give Taylor a B, and mainly because of his heart. I give him a B because he is not a quitter. But the two things that I have a problem with Taylor is that I wish that he was a little taller, because during those first 8 games, I got to see how he had a delay in his passing because he couldn't see over the offensive lineman or the defensive lineman. So when the dude was open, he couldn't get to him because he was too busy trying to run around to get to a point where he can see them. And then the second one is his arm strength. His arm strength is not that great. And there's a lot of times when Terry makes him look good, Carter makes him look good, Cam makes him look good. And his play, he was forcing a lot of passes, and his passes was too high up in the air. So he was putting him in a bad spot. Me personally, this is just me. I like Taylor. We got him under contract. I'm going to put some pressure on his ass, because I don't think no quarterback in this draft is worthy of a first-round pick, to me. Not with this coaching staff. They're proving to me that they don't know what they're doing with young talent, a la Jamin Davis. So what I'm saying is, if we can get something like in the second round, maybe, just me, off Atlanta 2/3, get Matt Ryan, put some pressure on Taylor Heineke, let the rookie that's coming in sit behind Taylor, or let the rookie be third string, and let Taylor and Matt Ryan battle it out. I think Matt Ryan, at this point in this juncture in his career, this team will already have 8 wins. There were a lot of games that was left, a lot of points was left on the field because of the inability of the confusion between the offensive coordinator and the quarterback, who is learning how to be a starter, who is learning the ins and outs and passes and how to throw it, soft touches and all that. So that's just me. I'm not a Matt Ryan fan, but I like what he does. And you see what he's doing now. They have the exact same record. They just lost 7 games. He has just that tight end, Kyle Pitts. Oh, no, and Cordell Patterson, because you already know what he did to us. But just imagine he had somebody like Terry, Cam Sims, Carter, all these young cats we got that keep getting open, that's wide open in certain spots and can outthink the play calling of Elroy Jetson. So Taylor, I love him. I do. I want him to stay in Washington for the duration of his career, but I know that he's fighting to be a starter either here or somewhere else. So he's auditioning now. Somebody is watching him. And don't be surprised if somebody asks for him in a package if we do make a move for a quarterback, not long term, but here and there. So, a B for Taylor. I love him. I like to see more of him. And the chemistry he building with Terry, he knows to get the ball to his guy. Logan's back, so some pressure should be off of him. That's my take.
That's a good point too, because a lot of his guys have been out. Curtis Samuel, or AKA Paul Richardson, as WarPack calls him. Curtis Samuel has been out for basically the whole season. He hasn't had Curtis Samuel. Logan Thomas has been injured. Ricky Sills has been injured. There's been points where he's had John Bates, and no disrespect to John Bates, but John Bates and Sammy Reyes were his starting tight ends. Mm-hmm. Antonio Gibson with the shin fracture hasn't been 100% until he doesn't. Antonio Gibson hasn't looked 100% until really now. Until recently. So he's had a lot of guys out. We've had an O-line shuffling guys. We got guards playing a center, centers playing a guard, tackles playing Sadiq Charles was the starting right tackle one game. He was getting blown up. So Taylor Heineke has not had a stacked deck at all. You look at his weapons, he's finally getting guys back healthy. And he's had guys like DeAndre Carter, who was a low-key draft or signing. I want to say DeAndre Carter was undrafted too. He's helped make guys like that get better. So that shows how good Taylor Heineke has been. Now he's had some really bad games. The Saints game was terrible. The Bills game was awful. But he's had some good games. He's been a big reason why we won these games. We would not be 5-6 or have 5 wins if it was not for Taylor Heineke. Ryan Fitzpatrick has basically stole money from the Washington football team for $10 million. So that's the reason why I wouldn't go with Matt Ryan, because I wouldn't do any more guys that are Alex Smith age, 34, 35, 36, 37, that age. I wouldn't go that route anymore because we've done it before. Mark Brunell's of the world. I think we got to get younger. Taylor Heineke, he's 28, 29. I think we got to go younger. The only old guy that I would really trade for is Aaron Rodgers, and we don't know if he really, really wants to come here. So I would stay with Taylor. But yeah, for me, Taylor gets about a B minus. He has had some bad games and some good games, but the thing is the mental aspect, the moxie, he keeps coming back. He doesn't give up. But just wanted to get to one more question about the game. Some people have some controversy about this. Should we have kicked that field goal when it was 4th and goal before the Logan Thomas? I thought it was a catch to be, in my opinion. Do you think we should have sent Tressway out there to kick the field goal instead of going for it on 4th and goal? And on Warpath, I'll let you go first.
No, I don't think they should have went out there and kicked it, because I think you had a bigger risk. I mean, they already overloaded John Bates on that side on an extra point. Tressway didn't warm up kicking, hasn't really kicked as a kicker, but he punched, and that's two different things, right? Holder, left-handed kick, left-footed kicker. No, I think they did. I really do think they made the right decision. And if I can't go back real quick, Ed, Taylor Heineke, I think it proves that Ryan Fitzpatrick was the unquestioned starter, because you look early on, he caught the Giants off guard, right? Came back in that game. But you look at it too, going forward, the guy was learning the system. That was his preseason. And then it seemed like stuff started clicking right as we were hitting the bye week. So that's my point on that. But no, I think they made the right decision going for it on 4th down there.
Mm-hmm. How about you, Kenny?
I feel like if they was gonna go for it, the play calling should have been a lot better. Me personally, if I'm not kicked, first of all, I would have went for the field goal. I would have like, look, you made 1 out of 6. You can knock this 20-yarder. You got to just try. I'd rather you try doing that than us running an actual play. And if we're going to run an actual play, run a good play. Don't just drop back and like, all right, somebody get open. I'm about to do my thing again. You know what I mean? If you're going to do why not a fake field goal? Send Tressway out there, have him throw one. You know what I mean? Catch him off guard. That would have shocked the whole stadium if he would have did a fake field goal. Something like that. You just got to get creative. You got to think outside the box. You know what I mean? Don't just go out there and it's the play calling. That's bad coaching. I like the coaches, but I hate them too. So I just try to stay neutral. Even when they do something good, I just be like, okay. Because I know they're going to do something bad too. I guess that's football. And I wanted to say one more thing too. As far as this Matt Ryan thing, bro, we need somebody that's mobile. All those Matt Ryan would have got sacked last night. You see how Taylor look like a mouse. You ever try to trap a mouse in a corner and he get out of there on you, but it ain't no exit, but he find a way? That's Taylor. He's like a mouse. Matt Ryan would have got lit up last night, but he also probably would have hit all those open receivers. So it could have been panned out evenly. I like what we got. I wouldn't touch it right now. I would just take it as a grain of salt and just watch him. We always want to bring in competition, even if he's playing well, even if it's Aaron Rodgers. I'm still looking at his backup because that's just how the league is. You have to look for the next man up because you just never know. So I'm sure Ron, like he said, he gets emails or college stuff on quarterbacks every week. They watching, you know what I mean? They watching. So yeah, of course we're gonna bring somebody in, but right now Taylor's playing good.
Yeah, I thought Scott. You know, I'm still a little. The jury's still out on Scott Turner. The play call was okay. I thought it was a catch, to be honest. But I looked at it again. It might have not been a catch. It is what it is on that. But you know, what's his name? Tressway. You know, I heard he's a lefty kicker, and then Kyle Allen couldn't really hold the snap. So that's what I heard. And Ron Rivera's daughter said they would have botched it or whatever. That's what I've heard. So I mean, I like the call, but how did you feel about Oscar?
I was fine with it with them going for it because again, I at first I was like, man, if Joyce Light was here, but then because I remember I was like, wait, Trustway, because the commentators were saying, if it's less than 20 yards, then they can kick it. But again, Trustway, I remembered last night. I'm like, wait, he's a left-footed, so it probably wouldn't go smoothly. So I was okay with them going for it. The pass to Logan Thomas was, I didn't like the play call when you're 4th and goal. Now, granted, if it was, I guarantee you, if J.D. McKissick was still out there, I guarantee you they probably would have gone to him again because he was having success. He had a 12-yard catch or something like that, catch and run, and they couldn't stop him. But, unfortunately, some weapons were down for Taylor on that play call. So, yeah.
Yeah, JD. They definitely would. JD was killing his former team, the Seahawks. What did you think about the play call, OG?
I honestly didn't even really care because I know Scott Turner, he wasn't doing well anyway, and I made a good point. He had JD McKissick been out there, guys that will outplay the coaching. Those are the kind of dudes we need. I want to say what's up to my man Skins fan all day. But
yes, sir. What's up, Skins fan?
What's up, Skins?
Man, that's a tough one, man, because we keep looking at this dude with kickers, man. He really got a back. Ron Rivera has an issue with kickers, man. You kept Dustin Hopkins all this time with him missing. Then you went and got Blewett. People keep blocking his. Then this dude gets hurt. I don't know what's up with him, man. He needs to have a backup kicker on this roster at all times because I don't know if he understands the importance of winning now. I don't get it with him. I really don't. I got a personal thing with Ron. That's just me. I really think this dude is not prepared for the unexpected, man. I really do. So, they could have made any call to me. I don't think it would have. I don't even think it would have went well for us at all, man. So we got the win, and thank God that Fuller picked it off because everyone in overtime, Corey was on live, man, and the stuff he was saying, what he was going to do to his own family members, like Aaron Rodgers, I ain't even want to watch it no more.
Yeah, I mean, we stole them, and onside kicks, that was crazy. I can't believe they almost got that kick. I was about to be pissed if they would have got that.
Oh, yeah.
I was about to be pissed. But let's get to the defense. So after the bye week, the defense has been a lot better. It looks like a whole different. The defense was trash in the beginning. Bobby McCain was getting toasted. William Jackson looked like he was stealing money from the Washington football team. Landon Collins couldn't cover anybody. We were just terrible. We weren't getting pressure. But the defense, it looks a lot different. So why do you guys think the defenses play their best football since the bye week? And what do you guys think? The defense playing so well without Chase Young and Montez Sweat. Do you think that has anything to do with the defense improving? And Warpath, I'll let you go first.
Yeah.
Oh, and my bad. Holla at Yemi, man. What's up, man? Thank you for the donation. My bad. He said it's hard to beat against a guy with nothing to lose. Yeah, you're talking about Taylor Heineke, man. He has nothing to lose right now. He's playing his butt off right now. He's playing good football.
Yeah.
But go ahead, Warpath.
Hey, and then also to the point about Bay and the kicker, I think Bay's talking about having a kicker on the practice squad, y'all. So chill. He's not talking about the active roster. See, I defended you, so you owe me later. You owe, yeah, that's one in the back pocket. But dude, I don't know. I think honestly, the best thing that happened to this defense was the fact that they had to figure out how to survive without Chase Young and Montez Sweat. They had to survive not having name recognition. And I think it made it easier for these guys. Like, you're not throwing Chase in the coverage. You're not throwing James Smith-Williams in the coverage. You're putting his hand in the dirt. You're doing the same thing with Casey Toohill. You're not really dropping these cats in the coverage. Or Montez Sweat. Somebody might rope a dope and hug him during a draft party, but either way, I think that has been the biggest thing that they've had to focus on, playing next man up football. That has been the key. They've been going out there. It's not, it's team ball. It's not just going out there and saying, well, we need to get this out of Chase. John Allen is a grinder. We know that. All our interior defense linemen are grinders. So that's not a problem right there. But these guys on the end, they have tried to make that. And then Shaka Khan came out there and got that sack of Russ later. Can't nobody rush the passer better than Shaka Khan Tony. Hey, man, I think that's where in the secondary has played well, forced a turnover, and they're playing Cam Curl more. Thank the Lord, and then moving Landon Collins down in that linebacker thing. I think that's been the key to that defense. It's just average Joe's defense right now, or average Jack's.
Yeah, they're communicating better. They're not worried about getting sack records. No shade to Chase Young and Montez. Yeah. They're great players, but they were pressing a little too much. I think there was a little too much pressure. And Jack Del Rio is coaching up the guys more. He's having to coach a little bit more. What do you think about that, Kenny?
The defense. I feel like in that locker room, right? You got Chase Young, Montez Sweat, and you got the other guys. Deron Payne, John Allen, and you got the other guys who don't get no playing time, right? Who all they hear is these other guys' names. So once they finally get a chance, they go, all right, I'm going to show them. They keep saying Chase Young. They keep saying Montez Sweat. They have something to prove. They have batteries in their back. So they're going to play a little bit harder. You know what I mean? They don't have as much talent as the other guys. So they gotta play a little bit smarter. Mm-hmm. I mean, they gotta fit the scheme. They gotta watch more film. They gotta do things that everybody else ain't doing. And y'all right, Landon switched. That helped a lot too, because Cameron Curl is light years better than him. We've been saying that. You know what I mean? The defense, man, it's just the defense. Once they realize that and put that in perspective, it translated to the football field. And I'm going to do you one more thing too, right? Taylor Heineke, man. It's not that he has nothing to lose. A man with everything to lose is more dangerous. He was sleeping on his couch, his sister's couch. He don't want to go back there. I don't want to go back there. I'm going to do whatever I got to do. And that's probably what he's thinking. I'm not going back to Atlanta to sleep on a couch. This is my shot. I don't care what I got to do to survive. They not taking no food off my table. You know what I mean? So that's probably his mindset. I would think like that, like a hungry animal. He's hungry. They hungry.
That's facts. I would say the offense is helping the defense a little bit too. We have been winning the time of possession battle before. We've been down. We've been playing from behind. We're playing with leads now. So the offense has helped the defense out a little bit. I'll give the offense some credit. Mm-hmm. How about the defense? What do you think, Oscar?
So the defense, let's go back last year, gentlemen. Remember last year, beginning of the season, the defense kind of was garbage at the beginning of the year. Same thing happened this year. Want to know why it's actually pretty good? Because we're in November and December, and that's where they heat up because they know what's at stake. So that's the way I see with the defense. When it comes to Chase Young and Montez Sweat, you know, they were the heart and soul. But I think Shaka Tony and the rest of those boys were like, all right, we gotta carry this team. So they have, you know, and here's the thing, Chase Young, his presence is still there. When he got hurt, you know, he was still being that vocal leader. You know, he could have just, you know, stayed in the locker room, you know, with his injured or torn knee, but he was a vocal leader. You know, he was yelling out instructions. So, you know, those guys aren't missed right now because they're still out there. You know, they're still, you know, vocal. So, you know, the defense, you know, Landon Collins, you know, he was, you know, crying and moaning about him switching, but you know, now we're seeing that where he's at in the linebacking position, he's fine. You know, he's fine. He's flying. You know, he got sacks. He got a sack last night. You know, he punched the ball out. So, you know, a little, you know, switcheroo of the defense and them knowing that it's November and December when things matter. That's where they're at their best.
Yeah, you hit the nail on the head with Landon Collins. Shout out to JH from Greensboro, North Carolina. He says, I think it was the Landon Collins move. He's been balling, man. We all wanted to release this guy, me included. I was like, man, we need to get this guy off the books or keep him this year and then release him next year. Now I'm actually thinking like, hey, we might want to hold on to Landon Collins next year. But Derek Brown says, no, he was talking about the active game day roster. You're not fooling anybody. So he's just messing with the OG real quick about the kickers. But OG, how you feel about the defense and Chase and Montez?
Man, I'm not giving Jack no pass, man. This dude, he wait till his top pass rushers are injured. Now he wants to start sending 5 and 6 players and getting exotic, sending Landon Collins and Cam Curl. You could have been doing all this from day one. The defense has not improved since last year up until the last couple of games. Why? Because the offense is now taking up that clock. When you start seeing that offense on the field for 8 and 10 minutes, that give that defense time to relax and give the opposing team offense a time to get cold. Jack Del Rio's a clown. Yesterday, it was still some gaping holes in the middle of that field. Man, this dude don't get no pass. He does not need to be coaching this team. If you can't get it right with the guys you got, you can't make any adjustments. I know it's either him or it's Ron. Ron, keep on saying, hold the players accountable. Hold the players accountable. Do it our way. If you don't do it our way, it's going to be a problem. You do it our way, then it's on me. Ron has been on you since the beginning of the season. And you ain't said nothing to your boy, Jack. Jack is called up. It's either him or it's Ron calling these wild-ass plays, man. I'm tired of watching this stuff. Had John Boston's not got hurt, we wouldn't have seen Jamin Davis this year. He kept on saying, Jameis Davis ain't doing this. He ain't doing that. John Boston don't, just because he know the playbook, that don't mean he know how to go out and execute it. He hasn't been able to execute it. He's been getting his ass burnt since the day he came into the league. I'm just tired of Ron with this bullshit that he keeps saying. Him and Jack, man, they got to either do something about that or it's time to change coordinators. He's got to, man. How long is it going to take? I get when you say, okay, well, it's a process. As a fan who is 35 years old or younger, you've never seen this team win. You've never seen them win. And then to sit here and keep going through this hot dog stuff that we go through every year, year in and year out, year in and year out. The number one culprit is Daniel Snyder. He keep bringing in these lame dudes who don't have no kind of identity when it comes down to DC. We thugs, we go for stuff. You see what that fan did when that dude from Philadelphia, Seattle, tried to jump up and do a leap and I seen him? Get the fuck up off our stuff, man. We don't rock with stuff like that. That's what we did. Okay. That's what we do. I get tired of that soft-ass defense that this dude be running, man. He runs a soft, pathetic defense. There's no way. I call better plays in Madden than he do, man.
Yeah, engage 8.
I apologize.
But no, look. So you made a good point with Jack though. But Jack, he should have been calling the stunts and twists. Now he was calling some, but he has been more aggressive. That's one thing I will say. He has been more exotic. He should have been doing the same thing with Chase rather than just relying on Chase and Montez to get sacks. Just sending 4 guys. Definitely should have blitzed more. But the secondary has been playing better. Kendall Fuller's been a lot better. He was getting burnt toast every game. Almost every game he got burnt. William Jackson's been playing better. So the secondary is helping the defensive line out too. There are young, hungry guys. I got to give a shout out to Shaka Tony. He came out playing his butt off, just flying around, pushed Russell Wilson to the ground. That was probably one of the plays of the game. Just shoved that man to the ground. We want to see more of that. And Chase and Montez, they've done stuff like that before. We just need to see it more consistently from this season. But the guys are Casey Hill. They're not getting a bunch of sacks, but they're making impact. Yeah, Jack Del Rio, his defense was vanilla in the beginning, but now he is switching it up. Guys are communicating better. Bobby McCain's playing better too. So yeah, but yeah, Jack's been playing better. So let's get to let's get to the schedule. Let's look at the schedule here real quick before we wrap up. So we play the Raiders next. Then we got Dallas. Then we got the Eagles. We got the Giants. It's going to be it's the NFC East gauntlet. And I'm happy we played the NFC East. I actually love this part of the schedule. A lot of people didn't like that we played the whole NFC East at the end, but I actually like it this way. I love it this way. What percentage do you give Washington to make a playoff push and to win the NFC East? And out of the schedule, which do you think is the toughest matchup? And then after that, we'll get to game by game, our schedule prediction and Warpath. I'll let you go first.
35% to make the playoffs and to win the division. I'll give Red at 20 right now because there's still a lot of work to do, and you dug yourself a hole, and you pretty much gonna have to play perfect ball going through the gauntlet. That's the NFC East, so nobody did you any favors right there. So I think that is going to be key right there. But I think right now it is still less than 50%, but I think it's rising. And really, I think if you lose a game, the only game you really, if you want to lose a game and say, hey, how to pick a game to lose, is this week against the Raiders, because in the grand scheme of things, it wouldn't hurt you in the conference. So,
yeah, who's your toughest matchup out of the last remaining games?
I think the 2 matchups against the Sewer Rats is going to be key. The Dallas Sewer Rats, because we know them DC Bamas will come out there and they're like, oh, we winning, bud. And I mean, or the COVID Cowboys. They're COVID Cowboys right now, aren't they? So yeah, that's going to be it. That is the toughest one. And then yeah, I mean, I think that's tough because they're the top team right now. So why not?
Definitely, yeah. So Christian Rojas, thank you for the donation. He says, how do I become an MD channel member? Also, love the content. Appreciate you for checking it out. You're the best. Yeah, it should be down below. There's a join button. If it's not on the phone, it's on your laptop or desktop. But I'll put a link down there below. It's real easy to join. And how about you, Kenny? What do you think about the question?
I think we're gonna split with Dallas, but we're gonna beat everybody else. That's what I think. I think we're gonna lose one more time. That's it. Just one time. We're gonna stop at 7. That's it, and then we're gonna win. We're gonna split with Dallas, and we're gonna sneak in the playoffs. Can we still get in as a wild card or something like that?
We sit down.
Yeah, we are right now. We're at 7 right now.
Yeah, right. So I feel like we might split with Dallas, but I think we're gonna sweep Philly. We're gonna sweep the Giants. Period. We're gonna run through these. Yep. Y'all might think I'm crazy. Y'all might think it's the cup. But I just got a strong gut feeling. You know what I mean? This might not be a fluke. This might be 2012. Get ready.
No, I'm with you. I think we're capable of doing it. It's going to be tough, but I think we're highly capable. How about you, Oscar? I know you're the Russian judge, and you were basically spot on with your prediction almost. I know you picked us to
He be
lose a
right.
lot of
He
games.
be right. He be right. He be right.
Yeah.
So I don't want you to jinx it, Oscar. So how you feeling with these last couple of games? We got the Raiders on Sunday, 4:00 road game. And we got the Cowboys, and I want to say we got the Eagles and Giants. It's just going to be that NFC. So how you feeling, and what percentage you got the Washington football team making the playoff push?
Okay, playoff push. I'm gonna give it 30%. Winning the division. I'm gonna say 25. Just because Dallas will get their weapons back. So that's the way that I feel about that. And I think that Washington, they can beat the Raiders. If Jack Del Rio, he is he has been horrible with play calling, throughout the season, but it's his former team. And here's the thing, Jack Del Rio, he basically got fired from the Raiders for no reason. The Raiders brought in, the reason why they fired him was because they wanted John Gruden, and we saw how that panned out. So, he's gonna have that extra incentive to beat the Raiders, and I think that we can split with Dallas, and we can beat the Giants and sweep the Eagles.
Yeah.
Okay. That means we're going to the offs. We're going to the offs. But one thing, that's a good point about the Raiders. He knows Derek Carr. He knows what he likes to do, what he doesn't like to do. Somebody just commented Darren Waller might not be playing. We'll see if he plays or not. I know he got hurt on Thursday, so that is a huge
no weapon for Derek Carr aside from Deshaun Jackson.
Deshaun Jackson.
People
that is
locked up.
Yeah, if William Jackson, if they play like they did against DK, then I think we can keep Deshaun in check. How about you, OG? How you feeling about this playoff push and
the
last couple games?
The playoff push, I think we got 20% chance of making the playoffs and 10% chance of winning the division. The Cowturds of Arlington, man, this is their division to lose. Honestly, I'm being honest, man. They lost momentum. It ain't about they lost any players. It's about can they find a way to win under key circumstances. I don't believe this coaching staff is at that point to where they can get us to a point to where they can rally this team off of good coaching. It's going to have to take these players going above and beyond these dudes. Like you said about William Jackson, this man was a press man in Cincinnati, and you bring him here to play zone. That's not what he do. That's not what he do. We got dudes playing out of position. I hope that we beat the Raiders. I'm not going to give that's a gimme because at the end of the day, Dirk Carr loves to throw the ball. And as you can see, we have gaping holes all over the field on any given day. So me personally, 10% chance to win the division and 20% chance of making the playoffs. That's just me. That's me because I don't believe in this coaching staff.
Yeah, I'll give Jack some credit. And since the bye week, he has been better. He's calmed blitzes. He's been more exotic. But yeah, I think we got to get a chance to beat the Raiders. The Raiders are a good team. Derek Carr, I like Derek Carr a lot. He can throw the pill. He's number one in passing yards. One thing, the Raiders can't stop the run. That's what we've been doing. We've been running the heck out of the football. We got to keep doing that. That's how we win games. We have an identity. So if we keep running the football, we can beat anybody on the rest of the schedule, in my opinion. We just keep running the football and playing the kind of football that we do. Robert Dredden, what's up, man? Thank you for the donation. He says, what up, y'all? Tell Dallas to look in the rearview mirror. Objects in the mirror are closer than they appear. Washington is closer on the NFC East League. Hey, man, hey. Yeah. I'm the biggest Taysom Hill fan on Thursday. I'm hoping he can actually throw a football past 20 yards on Thursday against Dallas's defense. Dallas' defense is on a downward spiral right now.
Mm-hmm.
So,
they got COVID too.
Yeah, they got.
Oh, sorry. Hey, Ed, I had a question. I had a question for all of y'all. So, you know how we've been throwing Jack through the ringer? Do y'all realize this? There's only one man on that defensive staff that has worked with Jack Del Rio previously. All the other are Ron Rivera retreads. Like they all Ron's got the defensive line coach, the linebackers coach, the assistant secondaries coach, the safeties, Chris Harris. All these guys have worked. Ron Rivera's nephew is the film guy for the defensive side of the ball. Do you not think that causes some damn friction? If he tries to do anything, I'm gonna go behind the back. If I try, I say, hey, well, I can just go to coach. Like, does anybody ever think about that? Like, I honestly think that has a lot to do with the miscommunications in this defense a lot of times. It's because they can't get on the same damn page. And Ron's got his people in there. And then let Jack go out and get any of his dudes. I honestly believe that. Because you're still developing that trust. If you got it.
No, that's a good point. I mean, we are the Washington Panthers. You know, we said that many times before. But you know, Jack is getting better. I like the past 3 games. I like the game plan. I'm fine with the defense. I give the defense probably like a B plus. The last 3 games, the way they played, except for the DeShazer Everett play and then the Tyler Lockett play, that was terrible.
Yep.
Cam Newton, he kind of had a good game. He had a solid game against us for the most part. But when we needed to buckle down, we stopped him. 3rd down defense has gotten a lot better. 4th down defense has gotten a lot better. We used to get cut up every third down. It was automatic first down. We used to give up 50 yards on a 3rd down every play. But yeah, I'll ask you guys this, and then we'll probably wrap it up, and then we'll probably get a Washington Wizards prediction before we head out, though. But who do you guys think? What's the biggest reason for the win streak right now out of the bye week? Is it Taylor Heineke? Is it the defense, the offensive line? Is it coaching? Is it Antonio Gibson? If you guys had to pick one person, who would you guys attribute it to? And Warpath, I'll let you go first.
Say it one more time for me. My headphones cut out.
If you had to attribute the 3-game win streak out of the bye week to a position group, to a coach, to the defense, the run game, Antonio Gibson, Taylor Heineke, to a position group, position coach, John Matsko, anybody, if you had to attribute to one person or one position group the 3-game winning streak, the reason for it, who would you attribute it to the most? You
just said it. John Matsko, man. The man is down to his 4th center, right? He had Cornelius Lucas playing, not Cornelius Lucas, Sadiq Charles playing right tackle against Tom Brady and the Bucks a couple weeks ago. They won that game. The way he has been able to keep this off, him and Travell Wharton, I don't think people realize how important that is. And they're just getting dudes in here doing it. Bringing Eric Flowers back is the biggest I was wrong I have ever seen in my life, because we've seen this left hand. And Charles Leno, y'all, this dude, we don't hear anything out of him.
That's good.
And that is the most, exactly, Kenny, that is the most beautiful thing. That offensive line has stayed together. They are the reason why holes are opening up for Antonio Gibson. I got to give it to John Matsko, Travell Wharton, and that whole offensive line, man, because you went in the trenches, and that's what they've been doing. They've been physical, and it's been next man up, kind of like the defensive line.
Yeah, the O-line's been balling, man. People shuffling in. We got hell at Chase Rouillet done for the year, or he might come back, but Wes Schweitzer got injured last night. I mean, Keith Ishmael barely plays. He played and stepped up and played really well. So how about you, Kenny?
Corey's right. The offensive line. But you got to think about it. It's like a chain effect, right? You got the O-line. They blocking for Gibson. We're chewing up the clock 8 minutes, 10 minutes. It's the O-line. The defense got energy. You know why? Because of the O-line. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. It's the O-line. It start with them. I'm starting at 37 years old. I now get that. I didn't get it at first. I get that now. When they say, "Oh, you got to build it from the left," that's what they talking about.
Yep,
I get it.
Yeah, they're playing Eric Flowers. I see people talking about Eric Flowers in the chat. Yeah. He's playing nasty. And I remember when we saw him the first time, I was like, "We're getting the turntable." This man has been coached up and has been blowing people up. How about you, Oscar?
I'll keep it simple. O-line. You know, because without them, you know, as much as we like to talk about J.D. McKissick and Antonio Gibson and Jarrett Patterson, they wouldn't be able to do their thing if it wasn't for the O-line.
Yeah. Yeah, facts. Offensive line. How about you, OG?
Man, There's so many key factors, man. I'm gonna keep it simple, man, and I'm gonna stick with what I've been saying. I'm gonna say this fans, man, because we keep supporting these stupid motherfuckers, man. At some point, they gonna hear us. You know, I understand the offensive line coach doing great, man. That's the only one that's doing great. That is true. But this fan base, what we go through on a daily basis with this front office and that coaching staff, man, fans, y'all are the reason this team is even breathing. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, yeah. I mean, like you said, man, fans getting rained on by the sewer and still going to games. It was cold as crap last night. FedEx Field. I haven't been there in a long time, but I heard the stadium hasn't gotten any better. I haven't been there in a little while.
Right.
But hopefully the next stadium is a dome. I hope it's a dome for them because I can't fool with the cold and the rain and whatnot. But
they trying though. They honest to God are trying at
It ain't no need
FedEx
to build
Field.
a stadium if you ain't winning.
But they are trying. When I went to the Giants game, you could tell that there was a different vibe than in previous times going up there. So I'll give them credit. I ain't apologizing for nobody, but I will give them credit there.
mm-hmm. All right, last question. Washington beats the Raiders and then also, do you still care about the name at all? Yeah, I know, Warpath. We'll do a smell test too. But Washington. Keys to victory. Washington beats the Raiders if.
You're a bad man, Ed. You're a bad man. We reused it. I'm a man.
Washington beats the Raiders. Just give me 3 keys to victory. Do you care about the name Commanders? I don't give a crap anymore. I'm done with the name. I see a lot of y'all got y'all Skins gear on. I heard they were singing "Hail to the Redskins" after the game at FedEx Field, and whatnot. So I mean, Warpath, I'll let you go first.
Washington wins if they can. They get to Derek Carr. They've got to get him out of the pocket. Don't let him get comfortable there. He'll pick you apart. Washington wins if they control the clock in the line of scrimmage on offense. That's been key. That's been throughout. I mean, we had 41 minutes of possession time, and then Washington wins if they don't get caught in the strip club. They're flying out on Saturday. Don't get out there. Don't gamble your heart away. Don't go and find Henry Ruggs and everything and go NASCAR race and all that stuff. Or delete every email. Don't be John Gruden. Get somebody to get your server cleaned up. But seriously, man, go out there and Washington wins if they stick to what they've been doing the last 3 games. That and I keep it as simple as that.
Don't forget the guy who was toting guns and got cut for the Raiders too. You don't want to do that out there in Vegas.
Oh, Deshaun Jackson got covered. Deshaun Jackson too. That bastard will still beat you.
That is true. How about you, Kenny?
I expect us to win, so it ain't even no if. I'm all in. I don't see us losing until we play Dallas the second time. I expect us to win. I expect us to sack Derek Carr. I expect us to bracket Deshaun Jackson. Do not let him beat you deep. That's all you got to worry about. We're going to run all over them. If we run it against Tampa Bay and those type of defense, we're going to run all over them. I know y'all know that. We're going to win.
You got to go out as important that is.
We're going to win. We're going to run all over them. And guess what? Control the clock. And then everybody going to be on our bandwagon. But remember, we talked about it first.
Yes, sir. How about you, Austin?
Washington wins if they keep on doing what they're doing the last 3 weeks as well. Control the clock. No stupid mistakes. No dumb penalties. No letting the ball get past. No getting cooked. Bobby McCain and Landon Collins and the rest of those boys. So, they win if they do all that. Hopefully they also win if their special teams unit doesn't screw up either. Hopefully, this kicker that they brought in for the time being is good enough for us to get field goals and extra points. No muffed punts, and no, if the Raiders are going to try to get an onside kick, no fumbling that away either. So those are my keys.
Yeah, you're right. Special teams is gonna be huge, man. Bracken and Deshaun Jackson. We're gonna have to get to Derek Carr, man. We're gonna have to pressure him. He's a baller, man. We're gonna have to pressure him. How about you, OG?
Man, I don't believe we're gonna win this game. I'm gonna be honest. I don't think they're gonna be prepared. I think they're gonna go in there. They're gonna be going in there overhyped. Think that okay, these players are hurt. They're gonna get burned by Hunter Renfro, leaving him wide open, going straight down the road. Believe that? Can he believe that? Hey, Warpath, I love that picture, man. But I honestly
You and
don't
your buddy.
I don't believe they're going to win this game, man. I honestly do not believe that they can win this game. I honestly do not. I'm going to say it. I'd rather be called every name in the book and be proven wrong. This coaching staff, to me, has not proven anything. They can say, well, they only been here year 2 and, give them time. But we've been giving a whole bunch of people time. And look what that's been doing. So at the end of the day, they got to prove it. They got to prove it. This is supposed to be a winnable game. The winnable games we normally lose. So if there's a clip-up game to bring back this fan base to reality, Sunday.
Okay. OG, so you're gonna be the Russian judge, but I try. See, I was telling you,
we switched roles.
No, you're right about Hunter Renfro. Nobody brought up Hunter. He is a problem. It's not just Deshaun Watson. I mean, Deshaun. I keep saying Deshaun Watson, but Deshaun. It's not just Deshaun Jackson. Hunter Renfro.
Brian Edwards as well is pretty decent.
Brian Edwards, yeah.
They
Brian
got
Edwards.
it back.
Josh Jacobs, yeah, he's good too. That is true. And their DEs are good. Max Crosby, Yannick Ngakoue. Those guys are some legitimate pass rushers. Their offensive line, they've been balling. They got to keep it up. We can run the ball on them. They are ranked 25th in rush yards allowed per game. They give up 125 yards per game on the ground. We're ranked 9th in rushing right now. So we're running the ball real well right now. So we're doing our thing right now. But like I said, I told you about Russell Wilson. I was like, we're going to beat the Seahawks. We should have beat the Seahawks by 30. I think everybody can agree on that. We play like you said, OG Scott Turner. We should have won that game by way more than what we won the game by. Mm-hmm. But Juice Alert, thank you for the donation. That's my guy. Make sure you guys sub up Juice Alert. Everybody blames everything other than Russell Wilson. He's been bad since returning from injury. Prayers up for Chase Young. And Washington makes the playoffs better. Hope y'all don't see us go. Yeah. Aaron Rodgers, man. Hopefully we can get our revenge on Aaron Rodgers from losing them in 2015. Yeah, go ahead, OG.
I'm saying Aaron Rodgers better get that toe fixed. They don't want to see this team if they make the playoffs.
He didn't change his tune that much.
No,
this
no,
man needs to run. This man needs to run for. He needs to run for president. Oh my God, he is changed. Y'all see what he has done?
I said,
Kenny, did you hear that? Kenny, you heard that? You heard that? Like he pausing. He pausing.
Hey, Kenny, you eat those crickets on your daggone show. You lost. You need to be doing that.
Trust your eyes, man. We're gonna win, man. I just need you to come on home. It's okay. I'm gonna save you a seat in the back of the bus. You know what I mean? Come on, I got you, bro.
Come on in the room, babe.
Come on, man. Come on, man. This ain't for us, bro. You all right? Come on.
Yeah, so if they win this weekend, OG, I see you. You're gonna be a believer. You're gonna become a believer.
Oh no, I ain't a believer. I'm telling you, I'm leaving alone. I want them to win. I do.
Oh, of course.
But I don't believe they will.
Oh, and that's fine. That's fine. You're probably doing the reverse jinx.
That's exactly what he's doing. His Instagram would say that that's exactly what he's doing.
Yeah, you did the same thing with the Wizards, and look at the Wizards right now.
Hey, 52-30.
Yes, sir. I like it. Hell to the Wizards.
We're going 30 and 52 then.
All right, but yeah, we gonna wrap up here, y'all. I just want to thank you guys for watching, subscribing, commenting, and whatnot. They took away the dislike button on YouTube now, so I can't get dislikes anymore. I actually like getting dislikes sometimes. I like looking at it.
Too.
Yeah,
I do too.
Hey, at the end of the day, a view is a view. I don't care.
That's right.
Yep. That's facts. That's facts. But make sure you guys sub up Kenny, man. He's doing the basketball content. Make sure you guys sub him up. The link is down below.
Yes, sir.
Dunking on the Catholic University girls. Make sure you sub up.
Yeah.
On the format. You guys already know him. Make sure you guys sub him up. Watch the football content all the time, and make sure you check out Team 980. He is a Hall of Famer on Team 980, so you can check him out on there too. Make sure you guys sub up my guy Oscar. does watching football content, the soccer, all that stuff. His link's down below too. Make sure you guys subscribe or follow OG on Instagram. I want to see is DC or _ Bay 72. He's got all the memes, all kinds of crazy stuff for you, man. It's like World Star Hip Hop on his Instagram. Go ahead.
Hey, no, I just want you left out something about Corey. He also owns a 7-Eleven. He keeps the big bites on sale.
Yeah,
That's
I
what
know.
he-
Oh, okay.
no
Yeah,
bread
you
and
and that
all that.
mayonnaise and ice sandwich. Don't start with me, old man. Don't start with me. That's why your wife put your ass out in that garage.
For sure.
Yeah, we know.
All right, y'all. Have a good night.
I'm out.
Hey, on the football team. Hopefully, next time we see y'all, we're in the playoffs. We're in the halls. All right, y'all. Peace.